Hello, online crew. How are you today? I just realized I forgot to set up Instagram again. Someone needs to message me before I go live and say, Helen, have you set up Instagram? So I'll download this and upload it to Instagram later. How are you? Welcome to today's live. We're going to have a really raw, honest conversation about jealousy today. And this is fascinating to me, this whole topic of jealousy, how it affects me, how I deal with it, how I think about it. You know, learning about it, reading about it. And I really want to share this with you because I think it's important, especially if you are in a home-based business where you are an entrepreneur and you're doing things on your own and you see people around you continue to win and it's not happening for you. And that sparks jealousy. Like, how do we manage that? It is an important discussion, but not only, sorry, I'm going to get rid of the dinging there. Not only for business, but your life in general. I don't doubt there's people in your world that you're connected to, whether it's friends or old acquaintances or family, that you're jealous of for some reason. So let's have a chat about this today. The reason that I'm talking about this today is, if you're not aware, my very first live video of the week, I talk about something to do with personal growth, personal development, something to help you think differently and be the best possible version of you that you can be, because successful people think differently. They just move through life differently. They handle challenges more eloquently, I guess. They don't react. They don't give into their excuses. They actually make shit happen, basically. So who do you want to be showing up in your business and your life and for your family and your husband and your wife or whoever's important to you? Do you want to be the best version of you for them and yourself? Or do you want to be riddled with self-guilt and self-doubt and lack of, and always backing off from your dreams and doubting yourself and not thinking it's going to happen for you and all that kind of stuff that we get riddled with, all that, the little voices in our head? I know who I want to be, but it takes work. And sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So I like to talk about things that maybe you haven't thought of before, or like dissected properly before, or have an awareness around, so you can learn to think differently to be the best version of yourself. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because I do think this stuff is important. And yes, I teach social media to home-based business owners and people building a business online, but it's not those skills that will make you successful. It's who you are as a person. It's the way that you think. It's the scary things that you do. It's getting out of your comfort zone. It's doing the things that you don't really want to do to help you get where you want to go, and you just go and do them and stop complaining. It's that person, but that comes from you and what's happening in between here. Okay, so I'll get on to that in a second. Just want to say hello to a few people who are here live. Say hello. We've got Susan live. How are you? Great to see you. How was everyone's weekend? Hello, Cherie. Susan's one of our VIPs, which is awesome. Hello, Mark. How are you? Good to see you here from Canada. We've got Olive. Great to see you here. And your business page name is up, Olive. So thanks for putting your name there. Hello, Beth. Great to see you here. This is so important. It is so interesting, being a better person each day. And, sometimes it's interesting when I watch like the views for a live like this. Some people won't tune into it because they don't think it's important. But boy, is this important. And you'll find out why in a minute. So before I get into that content, just a couple of reminders I want to share with you. Tomorrow on Clubhouse, we're talking about how to put the social back in social media. Due to the global pandemic, everyone's online. Even if they weren't online a couple of years ago, they're online now. So there's a lot of people online that were forced online that probably still wouldn't be online as much as they are because of what's happened around the world in the last couple of years. That means everybody's fighting for social media attention, and it means some people are too businessy and they forget to be a human before they're a marketer. So let's have a good conversation around that on Clubhouse tomorrow. Would love you to join us. Any of the links that you're looking for anything, if you just go to helenmartinonline.com/events, all the links to what's happening for this week is on that link. So you can find the Clubhouse link there. Those of you in my coaching community, we've got the live Q&A Zoom calls for September, tomorrow and the next day, whether you're in US, Canada or UK, just work out which one's more relevant to you. But that's your opportunity to get on Zoom with me and tell me what's going on in your business. What problems are you having? What challenges are you having? Let's talk about it and get some coaching from me. The video challenges, well done. You've just finished the free 14-day online crew video challenge, and my goal is to announce the top 14 at the end of this week. So my Friday could be your Thursday, depending on what time zone that you're in. So that's my goal. Keep posted for when I'm going to announce the top 15. But congratulations to everyone that completed that 14-day online crew video challenge. And just a last warning that if you still have interest in my VIP program, it's closing this week for 6 months. So we get started on the 1st of October. Most people say the same thing. So here's something I want to say about mentorship. Mentorship is not a cost. It's an investment. If you already knew all the answers, you'd already be more successful than you are. You'd already have more money in the bank account. You'd already have more things going on. So don't look at something like, a mentorship program as a cost. You look at it as an investment. I tell you, some of the people in my VIP program are not the same people that they were a year ago, 2 years ago, because the work that we've done together. So look at mentorship as an investment in your future and learning the things that you don't know now, getting organized, accountability, all of that kind of stuff. Don't overlook that and stop waiting. Everyone says, I'll wait. What are you waiting for? Your life is now. Your decisions are now. Your future starts now, not in, 6 months' time, a year's time. I just don't get it. If I hadn't invested in mentorship like I had, I would not have had the success that I've had today. So that's just my little piece on that. Anyway, let's get into the content for today. Jealousy. What do you perceive jealousy as? Like a positive thing, a negative thing? How do you perceive jealousy as a general kind of term? I really want to dissect this with you guys, because this is important, how you move through life when you're jealous of other people, how you actually handle it. Because I tell you, it brings out the best and the worst in people, jealousy. And jealousy is always going to be there, and you're going to fight jealousy unless you know how to deal with it properly. So what's your general feeling around jealousy? When you feel jealous of someone, how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel, do you reflect on yourself? Why isn't that me? I wish that was me. I wish I could be there. Like, how does jealousy make you feel? I'd love to know, sort of in the comments. Okay, jealousy makes me feel like I don't have what they have. That's good. Okay. Insecure. Okay, this is what we want to talk about. So thank you for your input there, Merla. Hi, Faye. Hi, Joanne. Thank you for jumping on. VIP is the best investment ever. That's because you're not the same person that you were before VIP. That's for sure. Anyway, jealousy. Yeah, I reflect on what I didn't do, and this is the discussion that I want to have around jealousy. You can handle jealousy one of two ways. What 99% of people do will come inward as to what they're jealous about and will self-reflect in a negative way. That's how most people deal with jealousy. Some people even lay blame, which is the not so nice of jealousy. Have you ever been on the receiving end of that? When you're getting attacked by someone, they're blaming you for something, and deep down at the end of the day, like, they're angry with you for something, but deep down, if you're more successful than they are, it might have something to do with jealousy. Like, it can bring out the worst in people. And this is why I want to talk about it, because I had this feeling, and it wasn't actually business related for me. This was a couple of weeks ago. I was feeling jealous about some friends of ours, not business related, but it really made me think, and it made me feel down, to be honest. It made me feel down about something in my personal life. And it was like, I want that. And I don't have that. And I'm jealous of that. And I could feel it in my thought process, how, like, it was just clear as day to me to me, when something is, and I've mentioned that, I hope you pick up sometimes what I put down here, because the things that trouble you the most, the things that you get frustrated about, the things that make you pissed off and things like that, about you not achieving whatever, it's where your next growth needs to be. And I realize that. So I'm like, okay, what do I need to learn from this? How do I need to grow from this? What do I need to do to work through this? I don't go, woe is me, I haven't done it enough, or it's somebody else's fault, or anything like that. Your life is your life. No one else is responsible for what happens in your life at all. You are. Mainly with what happens here. So I was feeling this and I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. What do I do about this? So I've used that for growth, and I've actually taken some actions because of how I felt. So this is what happens with jealousy. Most of you will go inward and go, I haven't done enough. I wish that was me. And you feel down on yourself. You get a bit down. But here's the thing about jealousy. You can't get jealous of anything you don't desire. Think about that for a second. You can't get jealous of anything that you don't desire. And Mel Robbins nailed this beautifully in an interview I watched the other day about jealousy. Was she said, I am not in the slightest bit jealous of someone who has like a multi-million-dollar apartment that is absolutely stunning in the middle of New York. Like, even though some people would look at apartment and go, oh, wow. She said, because I have no desire to live in the middle of New York. So I use that as example to help you understand you won't get jealous of things that you don't desire. So there's your first thought process around jealousy. If you feel that you're jealous, it's actually something you desire. Otherwise, you wouldn't get jealous of it. If it doesn't matter to you, if it's not something that you want, you wouldn't be jealous of it. You get that? So jealousy is a trigger for you to recognize they have something that I want. Okay, but what do we do with that? Most people will turn on jealousy and either blame others for not having it themselves, total wrong way to deal with jealousy, or come inward and go, I wish I had that. Like, woe is me. I don't have what they have. I don't have the time that they have. I don't have the money that they have. I'm not good enough. I'm not good looking like they are. Like, you go all inward and go blame, 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 either outwards or inwards. Jealousy is your trigger to recognize your desires. If you're jealous of someone and what they're achieving, deep down, it's something that you actually want. Otherwise, you wouldn't be jealous of it. So recognize that trigger from here on in. Okay, this is interesting. I'm jealous of that person. They have something I want. And flip it. Rather than going, oh, I can't have what they have because, my husband or my wife or my teammates or my mentors, they're not there for me, or, this or that or whatever, blame, 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 or I'm not good enough, or I don't have the skills that they have, or I'm not as skinny as they are, or whatever, all that kind of crap that comes in our head. Instead of going that, then you fuel yourself to go and get what it is you desire. Okay, what are they doing that I am not? What can I learn from that person? And this is what I did in my personal situation that I was jealous of something. It's like, oh, what are they doing that I'm not? And the answers were right there. You know a lot of the answers yourself. But unless you think about it and channel it the right way, you'll go into internal blame, overwhelm, stress. Now, all of that is what blocks you. So you desire something that somebody else had. So, tip one, okay, it's actually something that you want, that you need to work towards. So 2, what are they doing that you're not? And 3, what's your block? Reality check. Look in the mirror. What's your block? You don't believe, lack of self-worth, too scared, fear, won't get out of your comfort zone, won't send a message to somebody that scares the crap out of you, fear of rejection, all of that kind of stuff. What is the block that you need to work through to get to where that person is? Does that make sense? So when you're when you're feeling yourself get jealous, change the language from I'll never have what they have, they've got more opportunity, or they've got more time, or they've got more money, or they look better than me, or whatever. Like, get rid of all of that kind of stuff and tell yourself, okay, I wouldn't be jealous of something I don't desire. So that's actually something I really want. I want to get there too. So questions to reframe in your own head is, what are they potentially doing that I'm not? Reality check. 2, how do I go and make that happen? What's stopping me? What's my block? What's my trigger? Because unless you sort that stuff out, you're going to end up on the same cycle, and jealousy will destroy you. Jealousy is never going away in your life, ever. Business, friends, whatever. So unless you reframe it and work through it and try to really dissect what your blocks are and really change your actions to go and do the things that the people that are more successful that you are actually doing, and change your habits instead of going, woe is me, this is too hard, I'm going to give up, to what are they doing that I'm not doing? How do I get there? What help do I need? What am I like, reality check? What am I not doing that I know I need to do? And stop blaming other people and fueling yourself with jealousy, because it's a really negative thing for you to think about in that way. When you go internal and it's full of blame, or you blame others. You can't blame anyone externally for the way that you think. And being jealous and nasty and angry and, saying nasty things to people is just not on, and it happens. Have you ever experienced that? Like when, somebody's attacking you, you're like, what's going on here? And this happened to me majorly in business. Some of you might remember this, that, it could be a couple of years ago, but I got publicly attacked for some leaders in another company. Anyone remember that? It's one of the hardest things that I had to go through. It was a huge learning curve, and I didn't handle it very well because I got very, very emotional. Very emotional. Because what they were saying was not true. I was having success and they were jealous. And it's like, look in your own backyard. If you're not keeping your people happy, it's got nothing to do with me. I'm just providing service and helping people and all the rest of it. Like it took a lot of growth to get to the other side of that. But at the end of the day, it came down to jealousy. If they weren't jealous of me, they wouldn't have attacked me. Put yourself in the same shoes. If you're jealous of someone or something, what's the reason for that? Jealousy is majorly misunderstood. But just let me repeat, if you're jealous of something, it's actually something you desire. So put that into perspective for starters. You won't be jealous of things that you don't want because you don't care. So it's actually something you desire. So secondly, looking at let's look at what we can do about it rather than blame. Blame gets you nowhere. Whether it's external blame or internal blame, what good does that ever do you to beat yourself up? No good at all. You can have your 5 minutes if you want. We all do that. I do that. Remember, I say this all the time from Maxwell Robbins. If you are choosing to stay angry or pissed off or upset or down on yourself for any more than 24 hours, that's a conscious choice, and that's your problem. You can get upset, you can cry, you can get angry, you can have moments of where your emotions overtake your rationale, if you like. But if you sit there, if you stay there for more than 24 hours, then that's your problem. Like you got to move past that kind of stuff. And this all comes down to the way that you think, the person that you are. Are you the bigger person, or are you the angry person at other people and yourself? There's a lot to say for jealousy. And any of you that have got this book, who's got this book? So I'm rereading this again at the moment. And chapter 8, it's brilliant. Chapter 8, where is it? I still use, Bob's probably not watching. I went to Judy's funeral and Bob gave us these. I still use this as my bookmark. Beautiful photo of Judy and Bob Brown, members of our community here. Chapter 8, Why is life so easy for them and not me? Blame, 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 blame. And Mel Robbins says here, I've got to read this out. Current limiting belief. If somebody else has it, I can't. Jealousy. Flip it. Their success is just proof that I can have it too. So just reframe jealousy, the way that you look at it, the way that you absorb it, and let it fuel you for the good and not the bad. And as she says in the book here, jealousy is telling you something. It's waking you up. It's making you realize that you've got a block that you need to go and work through, and that it's actually something you desire and you deserve. That you deserve. So go for it and stop worrying about what other people think and all that kind of stuff. If you want to go and make it happen, you've got to get off your ass and make it happen. Don't you? But give your permission, just give yourself permission right now, if you're listening to this or the replay, give yourself permission to dissect and analyze and think about jealousy when you feel it creeping. Like, give yourself permission to really think about, why is it there? What is it that you desire that you don't have? And why don't you have it? What is the block that is not allowing you to get there? Or what is it that you know that you're actually, not doing, that the block is stopping that? And what are they doing that you're not doing? And just stop making excuses and be really real about that. And baby steps. Baby steps. Somebody might be taking a lot more action than you are, and they're getting a lot more success than you. Fair enough. So it doesn't mean you're going to go from nothing to, as much action as somebody else. But if you can improve, progress is progress. So it may not happen overnight, but progress is progress. So just grow and progress and think about jealousy a little bit differently and let it fuel you in the right way, not the wrong way. Because you can be a nasty person when you're fueled by not jealousy the wrong way. I've been on the receiving end of that. Okay, just going to check on a couple of comments there. I reflect on what I didn't do. Yep, I saw that one before. I just read jealousy is a great thing. It's showing you what you want to work towards. Jealousy is your desire. Jealousy is actually what you desire. So it can help you learn a thing or two about yourself. If you get jealous of something, it's actually telling you what you desire the most. So look at it that way. Uncertain, but not jealous of others. Happy that they are successful. And that's how everybody should be. We can still look at people, and it may not be fueled by jealousy, but it might be fueled by, a thought of, I'm so happy for them. How did they get there? What are they doing that I'm not doing that I can do more of? So you can still learn from other people's successes. You can treat jealousy as a positive for a driver to drive yourself to do more. Absolutely. Hey, Teresa. Being aware and asking those questions is so awesome. What am I thinking? How can I make this work for me? What can I do to move forward? That is so much more productive than, they've got more time than me. It's just excuses that because you're not there, you're not where somebody else is. It's just, we tell ourselves these things, but we believe our own excuses. Yeah, remember that clearly. Remember it like it was yesterday. I did amazing. Not when no one was watching. Maybe publicly on my lives when I dealt with that situation, but I was crushed on the inside. People do horrible things. Definitely remember that. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you here. Must have been hard. It was very hard. I just love this. Thank you so much for this amazing chat. Great discussion. No worries. Just these are the things. These really are the things that make you be that person that is worthy of 6 figures, guys. You're part of our online crew here if you're here listening live or on the replay. And we do things the right way online. We treat people like humans before we're a marketer. So we build our business with integrity. And that integrity comes down to who you are as a person and how you treat people. There is no need for anybody to say anything nasty to anybody. Anything can be dealt with communication. So be that person that grows into that person that is worthy of a 6-7 figure income. Don't you want that for yourself? So why I have these kind of videos at the beginning of the week is just to help you. If I can raise your level of awareness, and I'm growing too, guys. I had to revisit this chapter about jealousy because of the way that I felt personally about a situation a couple of weeks ago. It's like, okay, just please remember, when you're feeling uncomfortable or disappointed or upset about anything that you feel like you should be achieving and you're not, that's your trigger, which is what I do now. Where do I need to grow? I need to grow through this because I don't like how this feels. I don't think I'm doing enough, or, so what do I need to go and do? What do I need to go and change? That's all on you. And you are all capable of having amazing lives and amazing businesses and amazing relationships with everyone around you. But it comes down to how you treat yourself and how you treat other people. And I just hope that you can be the best version of you that you can be. And even if that's not now, that you grow into that. Because this is the kind of stuff that changes lives. So, high level of awareness of jealousy, what it means when you're triggered by it, how to think about it, what questions to ask yourself when it crops up. Can we do that moving forward? When this hits you and you're sad or you're upset or you're jealous, and it's like, okay, it's just showing me what I desire the most. I want that. Okay, so what blocks have I got that are stopping me from getting that? And what are they doing that I'm not doing that I need to go and do? Okay, time to grow. Next level. Time to go to the next level. When you think like that, you progress and you progress and you progress, and you will become that person that's worthy of a 6-7 figure income. But, look yourself in your face and say, are you that person now? Are you worthy of a 6-7 figure income right now, the person that you are today? Probably for most of you, you're just not quite there yet. You've got blocks, or you think more negatively than positively, or you're just not doing the work. And you get disappointed that you're not getting the results, but deep down that you're not actually doing the work. Like all of that, it's all just self-awareness. And we make baby steps to change our habits, because your life is fueled by your habits. And you either have really good habits that help you progress, or you have some bad habits that let you down. So if you have some bad habits that let you down, you've got to make baby steps every day to change bad habits into good habits, and then your good habits become your new normal. And then you really start to progress. Okay. I just hope this conversation, it just hits home, gives you something to think about, helps you just sort of think about jealousy and self-awareness about you and life, and you need to become to be successful in your business. Because that's what we're here mainly to talk about, but it really comes down to who we are as a person, whether we're going to be successful in our business. I just want the best for you. I just want to see you, grow. And we're a pretty cool community here where we've got integrity in how we build our business. And I hope this conversation helps. And if you haven't got the book, like most people have probably got it, but if you haven't, this is just an amazing book to help you think, like things like jealousy. Chapter 8 is where it's covered in there. Okay. So remember, Clubhouse tomorrow. We're talking about putting the social back in social media. If you have any interest in my VIP program and, accountability and whatever, you got to let me know this week because it's closing. And video challenge people, I'll be announcing the top 15, hopefully by the end of the week, but I'll announce that in the next couple of days. We're just going through the auditing process at the moment and wrapping everything up. So that's my goal. So hopefully I'll see you on Clubhouse tomorrow and on my next live the day after. Bye-bye.